Hello, my name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the return of Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and we're going to be hearing two songs. The main focus of this video is this song right here, Grandma's Theme, but I'm going to pair it off with the title theme as well because it's also been requested. And these are from requesters. My name is Red and Alex J. These are the channels The Cloaked, Schemer, and Mudkip Likes You. I do want to say that both of the original requests that were sent to me, those videos are no more, so hopefully these videos are good enough. And I also found out that there's an HD remake of this game, so I had to make sure I got like the originals. I'm not going to be hearing the HD remixes today. So I don't know anything about Wind Waker. I just know I know one thing of Wind Waker, and that is it's got a very like stylized look to it that is pretty timeless. I feel like a lot of games have copied that look, but I want to say it's original on the GameCube, but I'm not entirely sure. Anyways, don't know the composer. I can guess, but I don't know. This is the Wind Waker title first, and then the grandma theme. Let's go. Very distinct feeling in my brain right now, and that is that you all just teleported to being a youth. All of a sudden you don't know how to drive. Used to talk to former friends. All of that. It's almost over. Sounds like a lute, or like a ukulele. Well, I knew what this was going to happen. I knew this was going to be as soon as I clicked play, because it's only a minute long, and it's a title theme. So, truth be told, I knew nothing was, well, I don't want to say nothing, but for the most part, nothing was really going to go through my brain except for what I was thinking before I clicked play, and that's I can just feel it through the screen, I don't know, but the overwhelming nostalgia. And I'll tell you why. Right now, I'm currently playing Octopath Traveler, and every time I live stream it and I just sit at the main menu and let the title play, I see people like, doing dance emotes and stuff, because there's something special about title themes, right? It's the, like, we're back home, or yes, it's this again. It means a lot. It means a lot. It is the whole, I don't even know how to describe it. It just has its own feel, its own vibe, right? The feeling of, let's say for example, you would hear this song when you came home from school. So maybe at a certain time, every day you came home from school sucks, or you liked it, turned on the console, boom. That, So it immediately puts you there. Or you come home from work. It's a sound from coming home from work. There's just a thing about the title themes that is... And then again, it's Legend of Zelda, dude. Like, every time I put up a Zelda video, I get loaded with stories and memories that people have. I missed the boat on Zelda. I didn't grow up with Nintendo. And I've never played a Legend of Zelda game. The only reason I know anything about this whatsoever is because if you guys saw my VGM Vibes 10 episode, I had a guest named Droogle, who is a Twitch streamer that I regularly watch, and he's currently playing it. And it's one of those things where like I'm kind of like half paying attention, half not, because I never know if I'm ever gonna play a game, but I've seen it. It's like undeniable. Like if you see Wind Waker, like just in passing, like it kind of grabs your attention, and that's how I know about it. He's currently playing it, so I'm just like, whoa, this game looks amazing. It's one of those graphics that I feel will always be copied and will never get old. So that's all I got for this one. All I got for this one was just, I can just hear all your memories swimming through your head, and I'm sure you're gonna tell me about it. So please do so. Musically, I mean, it's cool, but I got nothing else to say about it. What can I say about it? Actually, no, I'm gonna hold those thoughts until the next song, which is also about the same length. I know Koji Kondo as being the Zelda composer, but I don't know if at this point he's been joined by others or if it's still just him. So I should have mentioned before, but the purpose of this video is this song, not to downplay the other one. I'm glad I heard the title, because hearing the title, especially combined with something else, really kind of paints a picture for this one now. But I'm currently, speaking of VGM vibes, I'm currently making a list of love songs in video games. Love is obviously a very broad word. It is not just the relationship between, like a romantic relationship. It's the relationship in family and whatever, just love. It could be pets as well too, you know what I mean? So I'm guessing, based on the title, it's just grandma, that I have to guess, right? It's suggested for a love theme. So I'm guessing grandma loves you in this game. She's just a sweetheart or something. I'm expecting a little bit of I do have a sound in my head, but we'll see. I'm expecting a bit of lullaby sound. But this is grandma's theme, suggested for VGM Vibes 10 love songs. Oh, that intro wasn't part of it, right? Yeah. Not exactly what I was thinking, but I get it. I get the love vibe. Someone who cares about you is talking right now. Like I can see dialogue over this. She kind of reminds me of the grandma from, is it Coco? Is that the movie I'm thinking of? It's Coco, right? It is Coco. She looks like such a sweet little lady. There's like a hint of sadness in there too. I really hope grandma's okay by the end of this game. And it's over. To me that sounded like Koji Kondo. When I think Koji Kondo, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but when I think Koji Kondo, I think of this sound particularly this very pronounced lead melody, the kind of stuff that gets stuck in your head immediately and for years. There's a good chance that you just heard this song and you remembered it. Even if you haven't heard it for a long time, you remembered it as soon as it came back on. I think not only is, even if it isn't Koji Kondo, I think that's just a Zelda thing. I think a lot of Zelda staple music has been stuff that just sticks with you. I never played Legend of Zelda, and yet I know what Gerudo Valley sounds like that. And everything that I've heard on this channel from Legend of Zelda, for the most part, I think I can recite. That's pretty intense. I have no connection with it. I didn't grow up with it. I have no, you know what I mean? You guys grew up with it. You played it. From what I've gathered of Legend of Zelda fans is that I kind of see them like Star Wars fans. Sort of, not really. Not in like mannerisms or anything, but they're fans of the series. Every time I've heard of a Star Wars fan, they've watched just about every movie. Every time I hear like a Zelda fan, they've played every game. I don't mean like every game, like coming out on like handhelds. I'm just talking like every mainline as much as they could have or plan to. You know what I mean? Like they love the series. And that's something I can't say about a lot of games on here. Sure, there are like games like that, but there's also not a lot of games with as long as the legacy and history of The Legend of Zelda. It is one of the first things that probably come into your mind if you even hear the word video games. So I always get a little nervous talking about it because I'm just like an outsider. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what it is because everyone knows what Zelda is. Link and the green outfit and, you know. But it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Everyone who's watching this right now, like I would say probably a resounding like 90% of people watching this right now have grown up with this game or just a huge fan of Zelda in general, and very small percentage are like me where they're just like, that's the first time I've heard that. That's really nice and wholesome and all that. But anyways, speaking of which, I am glad I heard the title theme before this because the title theme is kind of vague, right? I'm not talking about this one in particular, but like title themes in general sometimes are kind of vague on purpose because there's no way one song can describe the whole soundtrack. It can come close, but that's a tall ask. This, you can tell, is a certain feel. In fact, I'll even go as far as to say this is almost exactly what I was looking for. Again, if this happens to be your first video, because I do get viewers all the time, new viewers all the time. The TLDR of it is I have a sub-series called VGM Vibes, where instead of reactions like I'm doing now, I talk about games. I talk about songs in games with specific themes, and I've already heard the song already, or I've played the game, so I can kind of speak about it a little bit and just put them in like a playlist of other songs like that. In this case, I'm working on one where it's about love themes in games. And that's a broad topic, right? Love themes, what can that mean? And I give a lot of keywords, you know, friendship, family, relationships, pets, not necessarily like loss and death or anything like that, but just love. And there's a lot of ways it can go. I've already selected a nice handful of, you know, different variety, but this, I'm very much getting that. What I get from this is kind of like that traditional sort of JRPG sweet song. It feels like a kind of a hug, you know? For the most part, I think, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but for the most part, when you think of grandma, I tend to think of like a loving figure. It's like, you know, that's the only way I can put it. That's the only way I can put it. But the song, to me, as sweet as it sounds, it has just like that little hint of grandma. You know what I mean? So, if there's spoilers in here, try not to go that far. But all I'm saying is I hope grandma's okay. she's too sweet. But okay, yeah, I totally see your guys' recommendation for grandma for this game, for the VGM Vibes love songs. I can hear the love in there. No context, but I can hear it. I feel like this video is like extremely nostalgic and maybe painful. We'll see. Please be mindful of spoilers. That's all I ask. You can kind of tell me what's briefly going on here, or what do you think? If you have nothing to, if you don't know what to comment, let me know what you think of Wind Waker. Let me know what you think of the HD remake. What do you think of these two songs? Whatever you want to tell me. I'm very curious. Legend of Zelda fans, I hear you. You always want me to hear so many songs in this game, and I have a lot of requests for this game, but I'm just always curious about this series of games that are so popular, and I don't know nothing of them. It's this just unique situation in my mind. That is Grandma's theme and the title theme, Also, let me know if these have official song titles. They seem kind of vague. Anyways, thank you to the requesters. Thank you to everyone you see on screen. I will see you in VG Vibes 10. They love themes in video games. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Later.